No, not everyone who manipulates is aware of their actions. I got a request to cover this topic. People may manipulate others consciously or unconsciously. Whether they have good or bad intentions, it still happens. Let's talk about it. But first, I am enrich and I empower women to choose their own healing in order to break generational cycles, promote a positive, healthy lifestyle change, and foster a positive mindset. Whether you believe it or not, some people may not know that they are being manipulative. In fact, most of the time, they think themselves that other people are trying to manipulate them. Before anybody gets in these comments and tries to go off, make sure you Google and check too if you have any questions. However, this does not go for everyone because there are people in this world who are very manipulative and they do it on purpose and they know and will speak to it. Some people may not realize that they're actually manipulating because they actually believe that's how relationships work. This goes back to childhood and the things that they saw from their first level of love and caregiving. However, those people may also think that everybody manipulates and that they don't really even know how their behavior affects you. Manipulation shows up in many different ways. In relationships, it can look something like your partner making you feel guilty. They can play on your insecurities, like by saying, oh, so you experienced this in your past, and because someone else did this to you, this is why you're treating me this way, which is using guilt and insecurities as a manipulation tactic to make you feel bad and to fall into whatever they want you to do. Another form of manipulation is deceit. They may be dishonest or hide something from you to avoid telling you the truth in order to get you to do something they want. Bombing is a form of manipulation. They may pursue you so heavily and make you feel loved and get you right into their grasp. And then just as quickly as those emotions came on, or just as quickly as those emotions leave. One of the most common is gaslighting. Making you feel like you're crazy for standing on your boundaries, or making you feel like you are the problem when you speak up for yourself. Another common one is silent treatment. When the person that you are having a disagreement with stops talking to you completely. What they're doing is trying to control your emotions. So they're turning their back on you in order to make you fall in line with what they want you to do. Whether you believe that or not, that's exactly what silent treatment is. It's manipulation. Triangulation. They may bring a third party into the situation to be on their side and ride with their opinion in order to make it seem like they are right. That is manipulation as well. I bet some of you are saying, what? Because y'all been seeing this all y'all lives. Like, everybody has seen this all their lives. Everything that I just said is a form of manipulation. Yes, please feel free to Google it. There are several signs that you are experiencing manipulation in some relationship. The first one is if you're ignoring your red flags or your gut and you're ignoring what you're feeling inside and you're thinking to yourself, well, is it me? Am I the problem? Another sign is you feel guilty. Whenever you stand on your boundary or you say, I'm not going to deal with this, and all of a sudden you feel like the bad guy because you put up your boundary and you wanted to protect yourself, that's a sign. Another sign is if you feel like you're losing who you are. If you feel like you don't know who you are, or you are losing yourself in a relationship, or you have a blurred sense of yourself because your partner is demanding and overtly making demands and giving opinions and telling you how things should be without taking into account your feelings, your words, or how certain situations make you feel. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells, if the person that you are dealing with has such strong emotions that you are afraid of how they will react, whether they yell at you, whether they put their hands on you physically, whether they dismiss your feelings, whether they gaslight you, any of those things, as I already mentioned, those are manipulation tactics. And if you feel like you have to tiptoe or you have to do everything the way that person wants you to do it, you're probably being manipulated. And lastly, you begin to question your mental health. Am I crazy for feeling this way? Am I the problem? And you feel like you're getting depressed. Gaslighting will make you feel like you're crazy. And the term is coined from a play in the 1950s where a man gaslit his wife to make her feel like she was crazy. So how do you protect yourself? Well, first you need to establish how you feel and how you interact with other people so that you can stand on your boundaries. You need to also stay on topic when you're having conversations with people who you feel like are manipulative. So when they try to gaslight you in the middle of a conversation, make it a problem about you, instead of focusing on what you're talking about, bring the conversation back. No, we're talking about this. Okay, I understand that's how you feel about that. However, we're talking about this at the present moment. We can come back to that, but let's focus on the topic at hand. Lastly, can someone who manipulates change? The answer is yes, but they have to make a choice to change. You can tell somebody all day long that they're doing these things to you, but if they don't see a problem with it, they're not going to take ownership or accountability or be willing to change. They don't think anything's wrong with their behavior. And that's when you establish your boundary and then you move around the manipulation. You remove it. You put distance in between you and the manipulation because you see it for what it is. All right. If anybody needs any help with establishing their boundaries, dealing with anybody who's been manipulative in their life, or anybody who's around them that they feel like is doing all these things to them, or it might be a chance that it is, feel free to click the link in my bio, get your free 15-minute discovery call, and we can set some goals and objectives on how you handle the situation. All right, y'all. Have a good day.